Welcome back to Chicago's Mystery Tournament. We're heading right into top 32 here at Combo Breaker 2019. I'm Mini Matt, and here with me is...
I'm Donka.
And I am excited to watch a mystery game. This tournament is always so hyped.
This is one of the best parts about coming to St. Charles, coming to Chicago for Combo Breaker, is definitely getting to watch the mystery game tournament. I entered once upon a time, a long time ago, but now I like to just watch and see other people go through the horrors that our staff has prepared for them.
It's so good.
If you've never watched before, the game changes every single round, winners or losers. You cannot prepare whatsoever for the game you're going to have to play.
And there's no way to tell what it's going to be.
Yeah.
I got knocked out playing a variant of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater that was surfing instead.
Oh, yeah.
I saw people playing excellent fighting games and also terrible ones.
And the further it goes, the worse it gets. Because once they get to top 8, they'll start using dance pads as controllers. They'll start doing this. I remember
There's
one
a
of the first...
legendary Don't Break the Ice back at, what was it? It was the predecessor to Combo Breaker.
UFGT.
Yeah, UFGTX Don't Break the Ice.
Right. Oh, those were some crazy days. And I'm sure we'll have some crazy days and some crazy day coming up for you right now. Obviously, there's a little bit of setup getting the games ready for the stream. We have to change games every single time. So bear with us and keep watching.
It looks like we're Towerfall Dark World.
Towerfall Dark World, a game that I'm sure everyone here is super versed in, right?
Yeah. And on the left there, stage left is Argonrost.
Right.
A very, very strong Unist player. One of the last remaining Waldsteins in America.
Certainly, right? And Waldstein's coming down the screen right now. Oh, I just left. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know anything about this game whatsoever. It does not look like a fighting game. Maybe it is?
Who knows? That's the beauty of mystery. You have no idea what's going to happen.
There's a co-op mode, which makes me believe it's not a fighting game.
Oh my God! Look at all of these variants.
Yeah,
and
it's
rules.
like a fancy indie game, right? So we got different characters. I can already tell you, I would play that weird Grim Reaper. Oh no, Old Man. Okay, never mind. I would play the Old Man.
Who are we gonna see picked? It looks like the Forgotten Master.
So mirroring your opponent in mystery game is a classic strategy where you know that you can steal their moves. So if you think you're a better fighting game player or a better game player than the other person, going for the mirror match is often a good idea.
Look at this map screen. This is actually a really nice looking game.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Okay, so it is some sort of platformy movement game. One of our characters is a bow and arrow. They both have bow and arrows.
Instantly shot.
Oh, okay. We're rewinding.
That was quick. We got the instant replay. Immediate headshot.
Okay, so you start in different positions depending on the round.
We got some treasure. Ooh, that's a serrated arrow. It left some brambles. That's the best part of mystery is you have no idea what's going to happen until it does.
I got no idea what happened after it happened. I see there's 3 arrows above each character's head, so it looks like you only get 3 shots. Whoa!
Oh, that's a big treasure chest.
Did he just shoot it backward? Oh, Pac-Man style. Okay, you can shoot it backwards through the thing, and he's gotten him twice with it now. Argonrost figuring out this game real quick.
Here's some treasure. What are we going to get? Bomb arrows versus bomb arrows. Ooh,
okay,
that's
looks
big.
like 2 of his arrows left are bomb arrows. Ooh, they seem to track a little bit.
Ooh, got him.
So it looks like the instant replay happens. It's like two hits to a round.
This is going by real quick. Argonrost so far ahead. What do we got in the treasure chest? More bomb arrows.
Okay, waste 1, and then...
Oh, he gets crushed by the rock.
Argonrost laughing. He had no idea that thing was going to fall on him. A lot to keep track of in this game, right? The stage is pretty big, and the characters are pretty small, so...
And it looks like the arrow types are mirrored. Oh, no. Bubble.jpg running into his own brambles. Argonrost, match point.
Okay, clanking arrows. I noticed it's on fire on the ground. I don't know if that gives it a hurt box. Oh!
Oh, no.
Your classic, getting crushed by the giant rock in the middle of the stage. How did he not see that come?
Most compressed. Rematch. Looks like the character choice, not really too relevant.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it really makes any difference at all. But then again, I have no idea. Maybe they have supers. I don't know.
Maybe.
Doesn't seem like they know.
It's definitely an interesting thing about Mystery. A lot of times, there are a lot of hidden mechanics that just go completely unexplored. You don't have a lot of time to figure stuff out. And once a player finds something that's strong, they just stick to it.
Oh, yeah, and if they ask me what it is, I'm not telling them. Yeah, that's for sure.
Look at those floating orbs. Oh,
okay,
man.
So that was just straight up a bomb out of the chest and not a bomb arrow.
What a mix-up.
Was that a... Oh, I think that was a double KO. Interesting.
Yeah, it looks like both of them got blown up. Oh, force field.
Of course, I'm guessing that gives him like one hit of invul, maybe? Something like that. We'll see.
We got some neutral.
Now, the arrows do have drop-offs, so if you shoot them far, they do start to fall. It's interesting. You can use that for some mind games. Clanking arrows. Oh, and we're out of arrows over there on yellow side.
You can pick them back up. Oh, the death wall. I can't believe it. This is a battle royale. Nobody told me. Did Fortnite rip this game off?
I think it did. I think it 100% did. Now, I have no idea when this game came out, but I know Fortnite ripped it off.
Use the bounce pad.
Oh, you can shoot the arrows downwards. Okay, people are starting to, okay, we're starting to get good at this game.
Plus 2 arrows.
Oh, that's scary. Go get hit by your own arrow.
No, that's big. You got the weapon clash.
Okay. Oh,
wow,
and
homie.
Very nice. Argonross sniping our man.
That's godlike.
Okay, you can shoot the little crystal balls to make them drop. See if that comes into play.
Argonross collecting all the arrows. Bubble.jpg able to get a force field, but with no arrows, they're going to be in trouble. Starts picking them up, shoots it into the wall.
He's going to need to find an arrow fast. Right now, it looks like he has no way to attack.
But almost all of the arrows are over on their side.
Right, okay, he's picked up 3 now, and Argonross lost his arrow.
Interesting. So an emergent strategy. Dodge all of the arrows and make it so your opponent has to approach you to get arrows back.
Camp on top of the ones on the ground. Very smart.
Is this Bubble.jpg's return? Are they going to turn things around? Or will Argonross collect all of the arrows?
This game looks mad fun.
This looks extra good. A big benefit of commentating Mystery is you get to snipe all of these sick games to play later.
Or you know what to never play again. Like me with that PS1 Star Wars fighting.
Ooh, is this a new power? What is that lava bubble?
Oh, Lord.
I see.
All right, so coming from both directions. I don't know if it's going to go any deeper down. And we're not going to see it happen because Argonross takes the stock.
This is set point. This could be everything. Whoa.
And that appears to be it. Argonross with the snipe. Takes it 2-0 in Tower Fall.
Convincing victory for Argonross. So, would you play that game in your free time?
I would play it with more than 2 characters. I don't think I would play it 1v1.
Yeah.
But if it was like 4 people shooting back and forth,
it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looks fun.
That could get hella chaotic.
That was maybe like too real of a game for the Mystery tournament, to be honest. I'm a little disappointed.
Well, we're just starting off top 30.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, it could get much more whack, much quicker.
I'm looking for some real garbage. I want to see something that I don't even want to look at.
The real garbage.
Yeah.
What do you think? What is the worst game you've ever seen in Mystery?
I mean, like, I'm biased because the ones that have taken me out make me the saltiest. The worst game I've ever seen in Mystery. Oh, we played YR Kung Fu or whatever, the NES version of the arcade Kung Fu game. It does not function at all. I looked it up. Like, sometimes inputs just don't work and get you the wrong move. And it was terrible. It was a completely unplayable game. So that was probably the least... It was super fun for Mystery game though, because we're both just screaming, like trying to hit each other.
Right.
But yeah, that game is not good. What about you? Have you played Mystery game?
Yeah. I've played a lot of bad games in Mystery before. I think I'm kind of biased too. My personal least favorite, I never owned an Xbox.
Okay.
So I had to play an Xbox indie arcade game that was 100% QuickTime events that only showed you button prompts.
There you go.
So it would come up with the Y button, and I had to look down at my controller like, what is Y? And I just got bodied free. I got absolutely roasted.
Yeah. Everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses in Mystery game, right? And they've made it harder over the years for that to matter. Because it used to be like mostly bad 2D fighting games, a couple bad 3D fighting games, and then once you got to the end, it'd be something random. But now they're like, whatever, it can be anything.
Right, at any point in the bracket, you could just fall on a grenade.
Then we're starting off this game as like, I guess it's somewhat like a fighting game, but certainly not the same.
There's a spacing, there's footsies, kind of. I'm very excited to see if there are any new strategies coming up, because you know they were standing behind watching. Like, the worst luck you can get is to be the first set of players to play a game.
All right, we got the Jester versus this other thing. Okay, he double shot an arrow. I don't think we saw that once last game. Looks like you can just kind of shoot him out real quick.
Neither player's really going for the treasure chest.
And he did
yet.
a dash.
Here we go.
I
Wall
think
jumps.
Rev 66 is clearly trying to figure out the movement of this game. They're giving each other a lot more space than our last competitors.
Argon Ross just went straight in.
That's what I would do.
Oh,
yeah,
nice
ran out
job.
of arrows and just got bodied there.
Shot him before he could even get to the shield.
So you can actually see the player's inputs in the bottom left. This is a 3-button game. You've got A and X and right trigger, I think.
Looks like a Rev 66 camping the chest. Slow down.
It slows down both characters is the interesting thing. It seems like a lot of these do that.
Yeah, there are a lot of symmetric power-ups. Like the lava and the black walls on the left and right, all symmetric mechanics.
Yeah, totally.
There are those gems at the top that you can knock down as well. We'll see if they come into play. And it looks like level 2 arrows on both sides. Here we go. We've got Fortnite.
Okay,
Nice
very
shot.
nice. Runs up, gives him the angled upward shot.
I saw that arrow curve. What do we got? Shields.
Double
Hits.
shield. We still have, yeah. Shield takes a hit, and they both take, oh! So you get some invuln after you get hit clearly. So you can't just shoot 3 arrows at someone and expect to kill them.
Going right in. Extremely aggressive play, but it doesn't pay off. All right, treasure chests are spawning.
Pretty campy setup here. Have plenty of walls to avoid your opponent's arrows. But they're both going in.
Wait, was that a physical hit?
It looked like he stomped on him.
Yo, I wanted to see that instant replay.
Yeah, that might be Mario style.
I want that knowledge.
Because you stand on these things and they turn green. I don't really understand what that does.
It looks like it's getting them ready for you to be able to use them as a spring.
Okay. Yeah, it does seem to look like that.
Immediately drops the crystal. 2 treasure chests on each side.
Sniped.
Wow.
Okay, and turned off the lights apparently.
What a good shot. Yeah, it looks like the last hit of the round dims the screen. That's when you know you've messed up.
Well, Rev 66 kicks game 1. Crazy Black Dude, like, I don't think a character switch does anything. It does not look like that has changed anything.
Yeah, it's exactly the same, just a difference in, I don't know, maybe you pick a character that you like better, it gives you that power up. It's like some players go to the menu in Eunice to buy their colors before their match.
Yeah.
Sacred Ground. This is an interesting map. There are a lot of holes to just kind of get stuck in.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be pretty hard to approach someone if they stay in one of those little caverns. But at the same time, you can't move out of the way of arrows as well.
Right, so if your opponent manages to arc a shot, you just get sniped.
Speaking of arcing a shot, we just saw a straight-up arrow knock him to the right. Perfect spacing right there from Red.
Chests have spawned. Oh no, I wanted to see what that did. That was a new one. We haven't had that one collected before. I'm amazed that there are still power-ups we haven't seen yet. There's a lot going on in this game. Wings?
Okay, so we could probably fly now if I know anything about how wings work.
There it is.
We're
that
not
was
even
quick.
trying.
Wings have been clipped.
Yeah,
We saw like one double jump.
All right, so there is like an air dash kind of mechanic. We haven't seen much of it, but it's apparently in there. And we are seeing the wings get used now. They certainly do let you fly.
Spray and pray.
That's something that I think we're going to see more of if people figure out how to play this game is the spray.
Yeah, if you get anywhere near your opponent, just let them rip. No one's had enough time in this game to kind of maneuver around that sort of play style yet. And if you get someone in your sights and just let it go, they're probably taking a hit.
2 arrows there. We're seeing him stand on the green.
Oh, wow. How did that even hit? Oh, skipping the replay. What about the crowd at home, guys?
All right, 3-3 here in game 2. We just shot all our arrows in all the directions and then got the Mario stomp. Okay.
Crazy Black Dude might get a win on the board here. Just needs one hit. What's in the chest? Shields.
Little wall slide. It kind of looks like Super Meat Boy with the wall slide mechanic. Both out of arrows. They're both going for the Mario, and he gets it finally. And I think that evens things up. This is match point here for Rev.
Match point, set point, it all comes down to this. Crazy Black Dude needs to get a hit here, but
okay, so that ties it up.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, Crazy Black Dude playing the king
I mixed myself
in
up.
the orange. And then we've got Rev with the Jesker. That is 1-1.
Are we going to see a new stage? Ooh, Mirage.
I don't think we've been to Mirage yet. Okay, we got the desert level. Looks like every level switches drastically between rounds. So
yeah, so it's more or less aesthetic. Ooh, not going for the. It's very interesting to see them rather just go straight for combat.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I don't want the other guy to learn how to play.
What? Whoa!
Okay, here's the slowdown orb.
Invisibility.
So since the power-ups are always put symmetrically, so I think you can slow down only one person, but they tend to both go for the same power-up. Here's the magic mirror. He didn't seem to be able to pick it up, so I don't know how that works.
Is that a double kill? Did nobody get a point?
Yeah, I think if they both die, it gives you a few frames after you die, or if the other person dies too, I think it double KOs.
Interesting. Oh man, I thought that arrow was gonna hit for sure.
And then the other stomp.
Crazy Black is getting so much mileage jumping on Rev 66 head.
Jumps down. Okay, maybe you can deny the shield from him. No, you cannot pick up a power up when you already have a power up. So he's going to have to camp on top of that to avoid our man from getting the other one.
I want to see some crazy strats. I want him to break his own shield.
Yeah, I would consider doing that for sure.
But we're going to see the Fortnite walls almost guaranteed this round.
Oh
no.
Beautiful play. There was nowhere to go. Rev 66 blocking off every path with his rain of arrows.
Here we go. New power up. Laser arrows. This is going to be hype.
Okay, the laser arrows go straight and wall bounce.
You only get 2 of them, though.
And the up arrow stops the stomp. Nice adaptation there from Red. He knows that Crazy Black Dude's been going for those jumps.
Shoot him in his feet. Lasers. Here we go.
Laser seems scary in that little corridor.
Yeah. Oh, you can hit your own laser arrow, though. Nice. Shooting straight downwards. Set point. This is everything. Look at this map, though.
This is an interesting map, right? Because he's got the high ground to start. It does seem like an advantage, but you can't shoot in every direction, so.
Oh, it gets dark. And with the Goomba Stomp, Crazy Black Dude back on the board.
Okay, back to another symmetrical map here. Let's see what the treasure chests in the middle have. It's the magic mirror. It seems to make you invisible, yes. Okay. I don't know what that does.
I'm so scared of that falling arrow in the middle.
And Rev 66 takes it straight up, walks through the side, Pac-Man style.
Snipes him.
And surprises him. Very cool mechanic. I like that. You can shoot backwards through there. Hard for your opponent to look at the screen in every which direction.
Mad fun.
Looks like a fun game for sure. Looks like a good game.
Very good party game. Very good drinking game, probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to see any more of it or we're going to move on to a new game. Games swap around really quickly once you get up to a top 32.
Yeah, certainly. Because obviously the more players we have, everyone in the same round will play the same game. So in winners round 1, everyone will be playing Towerfall. But then suddenly, as there's less and less players, as more people lose, you move on to new games faster and faster.
Man, my man Ryuto there on the screen on the right, looking good. Shout outs to him. I hope you see this after the tournament is over. Standing up on a chair. What is going on? Looks like
and if you're just joining us, we are here at Combo Breaker 2019 here in St. Charles, Illinois, just a little bit outside of Chicago. This is Combo Breaker's, I don't want to mess this up, but I believe it's his 4th year. And it's been a great tournament. It is growing every single year. We're at the point where we have taken over the vast majority of the Pheasant Run Resort. And
it's been spreading every year like the plague. It gets at first, it was just that one ballroom
Right.
at the far end of the hotel, right? And then it just sort of creeped past the divider into the next ballroom
yeah.
in the next building over. Now we have setups in the pool
Yeah, we're
area.
right around the pool, right? Like, you can't even jump in too fast or you'll splash onto someone's
You
controller.
can actually play casuals next to the pool, and if you lose, you can just toss them in.
I would do that for sure. That's actually a really good strategy. That's the kind of thing you need to do in Mystery Game, right? You can't be a run-of-the-mill player and win this. And one thing I want to talk about with Mystery is you think, oh, it's a random game every pool. It's going to be random who wins. No. The same people do well in this tournament year after year after year. And I think
Right.
we have one person who won twice. So
There's been multiple people with multiple top threes.
Right.
A couple people who have won multiple times. There's a skill set that's very, very good in Mystery, and there are strategies that enable you to get very far.
Right.
That if you know them, like you were talking a little bit about this earlier. One strategy is to pick the same character your opponent is picking, just so nobody has an advantage. It's important to stand behind people and figure out everything you can about a game. Picking the characters that were already on screen is a very common thing.
Yeah.
Like the first two picks are usually pretty random, but you'll see those two characters in almost every set after
Yeah,
that.
because you know what their moves look like
primarily,
and which
right.
ones were winning. Or your Heroic Legacy, who just knows how every game works somehow. And he's just played them before already for some ludicrous reason.
Right. There are a lot of people who just have this giant library of games they've played, and the more Mystery Game tournaments you enter, the greater the odds you'll run into a game you've played before are.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I remember I refound one of my lost loves, Clay Fighter 63 in a third.
That
in a
game is
Mystery
sick.
Game tournament. One of my favorite games ever.
That game is
And yeah,
mad imbalanced.
it is extremely imbalanced.
Ton of infinites.
It is a lot of infinites. Yeah, Mr. Frosty is going to kill you if he gets near you. I think his infinite starters plus on block, so it's like infinite block string too.
Xena? Are you serious?
Okay, so this is a game I've played, and
Oh my god.
let me tell you, it is not a good one. This game sucks. This is an N64 game. It's really terrible.
Look at Argenrost. He's cracking up. His opponent not so amused.
The N64 is this crazy console, right, where it has some of the greatest games that people remember of all time, and then like 70% of the library is just complete unplayable
Garbage,
Yeah.
shovelware, not really well thought out mechanics. The N64 was a real hit or miss.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is Nintendo's first real foray into 3D. We saw a little bit of it on the SNES. But Xena Warrior Princess, Talisman of Fate.
I actually recognize this. I think I've seen it played in another Mystery. This is not a good game.
I love Callisto. That's my main, and I don't know who we're going to see here. Xena Miura seemed like a safe pick, right?
Right,
You
he's
can't
the
figure
titular
the mains that
character.
bad. So moves do a lot of damage in this game, but only some of it. It's really cool.
This game is whack.
Fight.
All right.
Yeah, it's like a free walking game too. It's like you aim towards your character automatically just by looking, but then when you walk, you can go in different directions.
You got some back and forth going on. Whoa, look at that jump. God, the way they shuffle their feet.
All right, we saw a sword clank. Very nice. They both found the button. And that is what this is all about, is finding the button. They're both whip punishing with the button.
Footsies.
No, he switched to the kick. That was a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Press. Oh, he won. Never mind. I was completely wrong, but he did win with the button.
The button.
The button is whatever that horizontal slash is. We're going to see a lot of that.
Here we go. We got pressure. Oh, a projectile.
There
We're
are
back to
special
neutral.
moves in this game that do like half the life bar, though. So I wonder if we'll see any of that.
The first person to find one is going to be at a huge advantage. But it looks like Retro Station is just pressuring Argenrost so fast.
And I think this is a 2 out of 3, right?
Is
so like
it?
Argenrost better figure this out quick.
Caesar.
Oh, he's
my
picking
man,
Caesar.
Caesar.
Okay, yeah, like,
Fight.
that's cool. Just play Caesar, right?
My boy, Roman Emperor Caesar, hitting the field.
Okay, with Punisher from the Warrior Princess. Don't throw a boulder at me.
We got rocks.
It's a risky pick picking a new character because like it can either go well and you can find a good move, or the other guy just has a huge advantage because they already know what buttons are good.
Right, but that last round just went so fast. Like Argenrost, he wasn't going to win the mirror.
Fight.
He made a decision that
Looks like he's not going to win, period, because he is getting bodied.
yeah, momentum can be super big in Mystery. because you just don't have the time to figure
And a
anything
punish. I think Retro Station owns this game. I'm like nearly sure of it, and that was free.
That was quick. The pop-off.
I like that
Xena
Xena.
Warrior
I like that
pop-off.
Xena won in Xena.
Main
that
character
game-
privilege.
Here's another thing about Mystery Game Tournament, right? I think our Tower Fall match took like 7 minutes each.
This was like 45
Yeah, that was
seconds.
like 45 seconds.
You could have checked your Twitter and missed the entire
Yeah.
set.
Yeah, if this was a main game, they would be complaining for like 4 out of 7. They would be a skip 3 out of 5. They'd be asking for 4 out of 7 straight up.
Go first to 10 me and Xena.
First 10 minutes. It would only take 5 minutes. Yeah.
Right? So you said you own that game, right?
I
Who's
do.
got, like, who is top tier?
I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. I play the other blonde girl. I can't remember her name.
I want to see someone get hit by that Caesar Rock, though. I bet that does a lot of
The
damage.
Caesar Rock does do a lot of damage. Yet again, there's these weird special moves in the game. I don't really know how to do them. It's like
If it makes you feel any better, probably like 5 people on the planet Earth know how to do them.
yeah, in my pile of N64 games, this is like number 77 or something like that down the list. Callisto, that's who I made.
Darkstalkers are not dead. What a good shirt. Darkstalkers is such a good game.
Yeah, Darkstalker's a good game. This is actually like the home tournament of it at this point in the US.
Yeah, it's definitely the biggest Vampire Savior tournament stateside, period. It's going on right now, right?
I believe so.
Okay, we're going right back into it. Rev 66 back on screen versus Bang. Yeah, trying to figure out the buttons. You see this a lot in Mystery. For a couple seconds, players just kind of chill on their own side of the screen, try to figure out what to press, and then it's just all in. Oh, that's a good stab.
Here's the thing is, once you find that horizontal move from Xena, though, you're in trouble. Because we know that move's good. We're going with what looks like a down 2. I don't know if it's a down 2, but I'm calling it down 2. Oh, and the jump with the anti-air from Rev. Rev really killing it out here.
Yeah, Bang is a real far behind on life. It seems like in the very short matches that we have here, just it's all about pressure. Just get in and stay in.
Yeah, the moves in this game are super fast. They're all like plus 1,000,000 on hit. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an infinite. I wouldn't be surprised by anything you told me about this game, actually. Whoa. Oh, when he got the get-up kick, Tekken style. All
Bang
right.
turning it around decisively.
Not
We got a
Ulysses.
match. Backhand.
The thing about Xena is her spacing is so good. I mean, her footsies are just much better than our Ulysses, and that's been a matchup problem for our Ulysses in this game forever. Easily a 7-3.
It's true. I remember at the last major,
Yeah.
we saw this in grand finals, and it looked just like this.
Every grand finals is this match.
It's crazy.
Oh, but he's making the bad matchup look good. No, but Rev 66 takes game 1.
Xena with a
Backflip.
backflip. We gonna see a character swap, or are they sticking with it right back in?
I don't like it, sorry. Oh, and the jumping 2-step.
That's
I've
two
never
overheads.
Seen,
It's
I've never
not
seen that
blockable.
move. Yeah, that's real hard to block. I don't even know if you can block this game.
Oh my God.
And if you can, Rev doesn't know how to do it because Bang hitting him with the kicks.
40 seconds on the clock.
And Autolycus is a showman, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, none of his moves are straightforward.
He's got flips. He's got that get-up kick. Look at that. Jumping in this game is wild, by the way.
Yeah, okay, we're sweeping. Wake up sweep. Oh, and he's figured out how to low block. Okay.
We're in it. What a sweep. Low profiles it.
Yeah. Yet again, low profiling. Rev 66 showing that he's been labbing.
Get-up kick reversals are so strong. Whoa, out of there.
Yeah, Bang brings it back with a 2-hitter. And it's just going to be 2 more hits here from Rev.
Get-up kick doing work.
Oh, he got on the ground himself and did a get-up kick. He didn't even get knocked down. Fakes him out with the high into the low. We're bringing out the gimmick strings now. We're bringing out the sweep. The sweep only does like 1 damage, though.
But it's enough.
Okay.
Last.
Round. The problem with that sweep is just so little damage. I want to see Rev 66 going back to the other moves that actually do damage. Oh, we found the sword sweep. That is one of the ugliest animations I've ever seen.
Bang ahead on life. Playing some footsies. Anti-air.
Bang
Jump
has
in.
a beautiful
Wow.
mind, man. He's really figuring this stuff out quick.
Do you see that anti-air sweep, though? This is super turbo.
Oh, with the stab, Raphael style.
Hop kick crushing the low.
This is over. This is completely over. He's figured it out.
But anything can happen in Mystery. Will we see the big comeback from Rev?
And she's crab walking around now. She's decided to low profile. She doesn't want to get hit by any more of those roundhouse kicks. Blocking all those lows. Bang needs to get one more hit, but Rev's making it real
Timeout.
hard.
Is this timer skip?
This is
Oh
it.
no!
This
You
is
can't
it.
get him.
This
You
is
can't
it.
get him. He's out of there. He's walking back. He's shimmying. He's goose stepping, and Bang gets on the board.
One of the least honorable things I've ever seen, but what else from Autolycus and what else from Bang?
It reminds me of the Xena quarterfinals from 2015.
100% in ancient Rome.
Yeah,
If
remember-
you did that, you'd get shot from the crowd.
The good old days. Back when timeouts were banned in this game.
Yeah, they should be.
But they had that online poll, and they decided that they wanted to let it rock, and here we are.
Oh, but Rev gets Bang cornered, and he's making a huge comeback. Actually, he's made a switch in character.
Ares.
Ares is a big man.
Big man with a big sword. Ares' sword is much girthier than Bang's.
It's a much girthier sword, and it looks like a two-hander, but he's using it with one.
No, he's the god of war, Ares. He's going to use as little hands as possible to wield his blade.
Oh my god, and the crab walk into the sweep. This is looking bad. Ares, absolutely top tier.
Monster.
Oh, and the air movement. It looks like Smash Bros.
Another anti-air sweep. Rev 2 is playing some sort of super turbo in his brain.
The meta has switched so fast. The sweep goes underneath the high. And that's a two-hitter. One more two-piece will easily do it. At this point, just needs a sneeze, and it's the sweep.
And there we go. Rev 66 taking it. That counter pick, just like 2017.
Yeah, just like 2017, Ares takes it yet again with the biggest sword of all.
I'm excited to see the Xena Grand Finals next year.
It could easily be here again. I think that's a game everyone's like. An N64 fighting game is always a treat, right? It's always going to be
There's
some level
so many of them, and they're
equivalently
all
bad.
so bad. There's not a single good N64 fighting game.
I remember the N64 wrestling games, you couldn't move with the analog stick, so you had to move with the D-pad, and then it was really weird to play because like the controller is not meant to be held like that.
Right, like the D-pad on the N64 controller is garbage.
It's
for fighting
unusable,
games.
yeah.
And joysticks are almost always not very good for fighting games, just in general.
Yeah. Usually people don't play on the analog stick, especially the N64 one.
And
which
that
is its
controller,
own
like the
beast.
Trident,
Yeah,
it's a piece of work.
it is definitely one of the weirdest controllers ever. Up there with the Boomerang PS3 controller they revealed with the console.
Oh yeah,
and
that
got
one
rid
was
of.
a little bit questionable, to say the least.
But yeah, the N64 controller, people still play it, right? Like I think Smash 64 still gets some play. People
Right.
manage to use that.
And there are a lot of
controller.
speedrunners
A lot of speedrunners.
who swear by the original N64 controller.
The big thing with that controller is you need to have extra. You can buy like individual pieced aftermarket analog sticks that are better actually than the N64
Right.
original stick, and I think a lot of people do that once theirs wears out.
You also need to have tiny hands.
Yeah. The thing is not good for big hands. You need to have really strong calluses right here.
Right, if you're
otherwise
playing
screwed
Mario
on Mario
Party.
Party.
I actually did that. I tore open my palm playing that. I didn't send in for the special "We're Sorry" glove.
I remember that, yeah.
I didn't get one, and I've regretted it for years and years and years. I never got my Mario Party pity glove.
Yeah, that would be a classic to have that around. If you brought that out when playing Mario Party, people would just quit. before it even
I'm
started.
checking eBay. I'm checking eBay right after this.
And it looks like we might be switching games again. I see some new players coming up there. I see them setting up a new game. I think we're going to go usually with just the two per game into the Switch.
Yeah, and I mean, we just had like a real tournament game, Xena Warrior Princess. So we might be moving to something a little less serious.
Yeah, I don't know. Pretty much anything's less serious than that. We're moving over to a PS2, it looks like.
PlayStation 2. So
Pleasure
there are a lot of
console.
good, fun mystery game games on PS2, but there's some stinkers. There's some really bad ones.
Well, that game is that console is a massive library, right? Like absolutely huge. Unlike Nintendo, they didn't really care what third party put
It was really
any game
cheap
on
to
there.
develop for. So
Yeah.
you see a ton of awful shovelware. Just really, really bad movie tie-ins, stuff like that. And all of them are bad enough to be played at mystery games.
I remember it was only like 5 years ago they made the last PS2 game. Like they developed for it almost
Really?
into the PS4 lifespan. Like
I did
very
not know
rarely,
that.
but like there was a couple games. I think there was a college football game that made it onto the PS2 in like the mid 2010s.
We have a Neo Geo collection, but what are we going to see?
This is always important: is what game are we playing in the collection, right? Got some classics there. Is that Twinkle Star Sprites?
Where are we going?
We're playing Ninja Masters. This is a good game. This is a great game.
It still looks pretty good visually. Like a lot of these, all of the old pixel art stuff just stands up to the test of time.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, no, like the art's really good. I can almost kind of half read Japanese sometimes if they're the regular characters to read.
like-
So I saw Kamui, but I
Right.
can't read any of those.
Kanji is too hard. Kanji is way too hard.
So we're gonna say we've got Old Man, and we've got that guy.
No, I'm rooting for that guy. I like his head.
Oh, there's who I would pick. Who's the dude with the weird curly hair that looks like an acorn?
Looks like we're going for a classic match of Old Man versus Ninja.
Old Man in every game is always like some weird technical character.
Right, like in KOF, he's got that drunken master
Right.
stuff, slides down on the ground.
Wong and Tekken, you got
Yoda in Soul
Yoda in
Calibur
Soul Calibur.
on one console.
yeah.
Tenho
so-
versus Kamui. Whoa.
Okay, we're already zoning out here with these little sheets of paper. I like that. Doesn't seem very effective.
Yeah, we have the seals.
And Up to Snuff, actually a very good Street Fighter V player. So let's see if this plays to his favor.
And it was crazy. The Exorcist seal 100-hand
And
slaps.
he does have a DP. Okay, Up to
Whoa,
Snuff.
did you see how much damage that did?
Oh, wow.
Nice anti-air. Are we going to see a real exorcism?
Okay, we're back down to close to even life. I do see the
A lot of meter.
meter is maxed out on Dice Arm's side. Up to Snuff now in the red flashing out. They both have max bar. I don't think either of them knows how to do a super.
I just saw a double quarter circle motion there. It looks like a Dice Arm was trying to see if double quarter circle forward
I'd be
button was
doing
a
every
super.
single double quarter
Look at the timer. The timer is so short. It's already down to 10 seconds. That's another, like, all of that sort of information is stuff you want to figure out as quick as possible. How fast is the timer? What are the supers? What are my buttons? There's so much information you need to be able to figure out before your opponent just walks up to you and matches a jab.
All right, and Dice Arm's been doing pretty well in the anti-airs, but Up to Snuff has decided to zone. He's playing what seems to be pretty plainly a Shoto character. Oh, and there's actually multiple hits there on those
That's
kunai.
really good. Is that a time? Did Tenho just scratch his butt here live on TV? Can we show that?
That is insane. Those fireballs are so good.
Yeah, Up to Snuff taking a quick first game. I would not be surprised if Dice Arm swapped characters.
Picking the main Ryu-ish looking character is usually a decent choice too. They generally have a fireball and a DP in a lot of these older Genesis to SNES era, new Neo Geo era fighting games.
We're sticking with it.
I respect that.
That looks like a grab.
And that does a lot of damage there, the 100-hand slap.
Full combo. Slide kick not safe. Look at that weapon glowing. I wonder if weapons have durability.
They might. They did in Sam Show at one point, right? So, I mean, anything's possible.
Or maybe it's just glowing because it looks cool. You never know. Oh, DP's the jump in.
I still
We
want
have
to
some
see a
Ryu
super-
strats.
Yeah, for sure. And as I said, Up to Snuff plays Macaulay in Street Fighter V, so he's kind of used to the DP anti-air game.
There it is. Yeah, this is just some Ryu stuff. Dice Arm has got to figure something out quick. Anti-air. Look at the life lead.
And this is
Once
like
again, Shoryu.
dominant from Up to Snuff. Shoryu's actually doing pretty low damage, but still good for the anti-air.
I mean, it's enough.
2 low shorts, and anything's going to do it at this point. 8 seconds left. Up to Snuff doesn't even have to hit him, and I wouldn't even be trying.
Yeah, 1 second left. Oh.
And there it is. Is that round 1? Yeah, it's round 1 there for Up to Snuff.
Trading slides. Jumps over the fireball. 2-hit combo doing a ton of damage. Misses the punish on the Shoryu. Jumps over 100 hands. Just zoning out with the sweep. We're back to full screen. This is where Up to Snuff wants to be. Shoryu's the jump in. The fireball doing way more damage than the Shoryu.
Yeah, so much more. It's just, I think like
I would just jump. I would keep jumping.
Every hit does like regular fireball damage. So if all 3 hit, it's just killer.
And that was it. Once again, a very, very fast one.
And up to snuff showing that was definitely a game where like a versed competitive fighting game player is going to have a good time in it. It looked
Right.
like a pretty run-of-the-mill fighting game.
You found your fireball and your uppercut. Just do fundamentals. And it feels like even until the very last second, the opponent was trying to figure out how to play their character.
The thing is, these guys never win, right? The great fighting game players never win in Mystery because eventually you're forced to play Mario Kart with a third-party peripheral that does not look anything like a steering wheel or a controller.
Like the fighting game players knock everyone else out, and then someone gets to the end who just like has just only owned an Ouya or something and has only played terrible games their whole life, and they're just so good at it.
All right, and we're back into it. Was it Ninja Masters?
Yes, Ninja Masters, but it looked like there was an apostrophe, so it's a Ninja Master is. Or maybe the master owns something.
Could be.
So someone went straight to Ryu. But will we see another character?
That's what I would do, for sure.
Right, like I know how to throw a fireball. I know how to uppercut someone when they jump in at me. Like, why take the risk of picking a new character? And segue, I'll tell you why, because you can find some really broken stuff by playing different characters in
Someone
Mystery.
always does like 50% off a hit in these games. Because we got Natsume, she looks fast. Torn using that DP we learned that Kamui has in the last set of games.
Whoa, look at that. Yeah, here it is.
Oh, is that and that looked like it could have been an infinite.
It paid off. The character swap has gotten a lot of mileage. Looks like you can jab in between, but so much life has been lost. And the timer is so fast.
Down 1.
You just walk. Look at how fast the timer's going up. These are schmeckins. These are not real seconds.
Okay.
In the corner, but jump over.
Jump in, going with the classic jump roundhouse into sweep combo.
Dandy J looking real good. Baits the Shoryu. Jabs him.
Danny J has played this game before, or at least he went on his phone and he looked up how to play it. I can nearly promise
that is forbidden. That is the forbidden tech.
All right, and we're back into the down ones, canceled into those hop kicks. This is looking bad for Torn right now.
Down ones. Shout out to 3D.
Yeah, I have no idea. We'll call it a crouch jab, down 1, the little punch. I can call it anything you want.
Oh my god. We got pressure. This game actually looks fun.
It does look fun. Yeah, it's really smooth. Honestly, it looks better than some of the games coming out today.
Pressure. That's an overhead, for sure.
All right, and it's
Air
just
to
going to
air.
be one more hit.
But
But
how much that does.
it was stunned, okay. Oh, wow, and what a comeback. Stunned him with the 3-hit kunai, threw 2 more, that's it.
Are there different strengths for the kunai? We didn't see those red ones before.
Yeah, those were fiery. That looked different. We've never seen a stun before either. There's a lot to discover. We've still never seen super bar used in any fashion.
Right. If someone finds a super, they're in the mix.
In most games, it's either hit all the buttons at once or go double quarter circle.
Or in a lot of old games, just some unbelievably obtuse motion.
Yeah, like some pretzel motion.
Yeah, like forward, half circle forward, back forward button. Just garbage stuff. Is that a stun?
That was definitely a stun. We saw one of those last rounds too. And Torn, who looked down and out, has suddenly made Dandy J look like he's got no idea what he's doing.
But Dandy J found those gimmicks, but it looks like the Ryu fundamental.
The fireball is too good.
That was insane.
The fireball
Did you
is
see the
too
first
good.
2 hit and then the 3rd hit 200 years later?
The fireball
That's so
yeah,
good.
that's so cheap.
That's insane.
Probably plus 1,000.
Right? Kamui is definitely the mystery game champ. Air to air. Look at that kick. That's Chips JD. That's Daijobu.
That was definitely Chips JD right there.
Look at that windscreen. That's a great windscreen too.
That's game 1 right there. Are we going to see a character switch from Dandy J?
No, they locked in first. They're in it.
All right,
Long
Natsume
haul.
versus Kamui again. A match I've now seen
Did
a
you
grand
see how
total.
far back that hit?
Yeah. I mean, this is nutty. Okay, very nice tick grab.
Grabs have been acquired. This could change everything.
Yet again, usually in these games, grabs is just forward and a button when you're near the opponent. And in KOF, it's still like that to this day.
EX.
That did a lot of damage. Oh, and we're finding weird EX Rekkas now. Torn completely changed things around. Anti-air stand jab.
And it looks like Dandy J has pulled out the weapon for the first time.
Oh yeah, she does have those little like brass knuckly type deals.
That's smart. Torn recognized that Dandy J is just going for a jab, overhead, DP through it.
Okay, and he still does have that equipped. It's going to do a lot more damage, I'm assuming, with the weapon.
But we saw earlier the weapon can be lost. You can get hit and drop it. Again, like sort of Samsho style.
All right, max range jumping, but that fireball does almost a third of a health bar.
Grabs seem to do pretty good damage as
Yeah,
well.
grabs do great damage.
Walk up grab, gets jabbed out.
Oh, and misses the DP.
Baits it! That was so smart!
TNDJ figuring things out. The jump in doesn't want to go into the sweep, and a jab takes it.
That was convincing. We're seeing some real fighting games now.
All right, so we're back into round 3 of match number 2.
Anyone could take it at this point. Shoryu gets punished.
Now,
Cross up
unfortunately,
gets blocked. Overhead. That was a combo.
okay, finally got a 3-hitter right there. So much damage. Has Torn almost down to his second life bar. There it is.
And they have found a combo off the overhead. This is big. Dandy J's game plan is becoming more and more complete. And it looks like Torn, who is so far ahead the entire set, is now behind.
Yeah, trading sweeps here, but every trade for Torn is really bad in this situation.
Good stuff, but it does so little damage. There's no risk reward there. I would just jump in every time.
Yeah, it seems like a good
Wait,
idea.
is this max mode?
Okay, we finally found max mode.
But
And it was right before he died. But he
it's
knows how to do
1-1.
it now.
It's 1-1, yeah.
So that might be a big deal for game number 3.
Will this take him just far enough ahead of his opponent to take him out before they figure it out? It's kind of like an arms race in Mystery.
Yeah,
games
oh yeah,
sometimes.
definitely. Okay, walks up and back throws. So much damage, like you mentioned.
It's definitely enough damage to scare you.
More damage than any of the combos.
Cross
we're
up.
seeing, really. Okay, yet again. And away from the corner, 2-hit combo. Torn already down so low. How did that happen?
Low profiles.
And the stun into the 2-hitter.
Danny J's looking so good right now.
Torn's gonna have to figure out this quick. Meter has persuaded through the match.
I would pay 50, 60 bucks for Dandy J in the auction tournament.
He's looking good with that Natsume. I haven't seen one that good ever. Or one at all. Yeah.
I can confidently say the same, my friend. Torn is looking a little... Ooh, I was about to say, but...
I'll say it for you.
Good jump in, gonna get the full combo.
Oh, and he's gone into the mix-up. Oh my God.
We have cross-ups. Look at how deep that was. That's a stun.
Okay, and what's the combo gonna be?
Oh, no.
Oh, wakes up with what looks like a hop kick. That neutral jump move looks so bad. It just whips every time.
Gets the overhead, gets the combo, and that's it. Dandy J figured it out.
It's kind of weird because like it would combo, but then it looked like they could get out of the combo. So I don't know if
Like
combos,
with the up kick?
Yeah.
It comboed on standing.
Okay, it
on
combos on
crouching
standing
it
and on
didn't.
crouching
Yeah.
it does not. Okay, that makes sense.
At least that's what I noticed.
Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
It looked
And-
like at one point they did a jump in and then a move in and then the hit. They might have been able to do an actual full combo there.
So I'm going to give you a fun fact. In Clay Fighter 63 and a third, Bad Mr. Frosty has an overhead that whiffs on crouchers. And it was very difficult to test that it was an overhead. I had to do a fuzzy into it with a fireball.
That's wild.
It was crazy.
Huh. So we're going to be switching to a new game here. You know, the pacing is perfect for top 32 because right as people are figuring a game out, it goes to the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't want people to be too good at a game
Right,
or it's not mystery game anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot more entertaining when people are kind of flailing around.
Oh,
like-
yeah. Yeah. If you played like 4 out of 7 in these games, it's not fun. I think in grand finals, it's fun to see someone like who gets better faster. But
Right.
yeah, 2 out of 3 is the way it should be, for sure.
And just a couple rounds of each game. Don't let anyone get enough time to watch enough matches to figure it out. Don't give anyone enough time to run to the bathroom. The bathroom, you know, to check their
Yeah.
phone.
Oh, yeah. That's 100% happened many, many times. I mean, for the people who are newer to the FGC, Japan used to play every game best of 1. SBO was always
Yeah.
best of 1. In ST, a game where, I mean, literally you die in 2 to 3 hits every single round.
Imagine playing a best of 1 against Claw as like
Yeah.
as like Zangief or something. Like, you have one chance to get them in an SPD before they get behind you onto the wall, and then you just lose. Like, if Claw gets to the wall behind you, for a lot of characters in the game, that round is just over, yeah.
So playing 2 out of 3 for Mystery isn't too bad if anyone wanted to complain about it. In fact, that's twice as many games you used to get.
Right.
And we are still setting up, trying to figure out what console we are moving to.
It could be anything. That's the best part. The deeper you get into this bracket, the
once you
wilder
pull out the
it gets.
ColecoVision or something like that, that's when it gets real terrifying.
Oh my god. And there have been some crazy consoles coming out. The TOs, especially for Chicago's Mystery, their bag of tricks is infinite. They have so much waiting in the wings all the time. They're always getting new stuff, always just thinking 2 tournaments ahead. I love Chicago Mystery.
And it's crazy because, you know, I'm pretty good friends with a lot of the people who have ran Chicago Mystery over the years. And they are lock and key. I can't get anything. I'll message, like, is this game maybe going to be there in the future? I'm not telling you. You know, they won't tell anyone. Probably wouldn't tell their own wife.
And the secrecy pays off.
Yeah, it does. It makes the tournament more fun. Yeah, I mean, for sure. If you walk in and you see someone doing a combo in Xeno Warrior Princess, it's almost upsetting.
Looks like we have a player sitting down, maybe? I see an Xbox controller. So this is probably an Xbox. Oh, I think I've seen this game before. I don't remember the title, but.
Okay. Oh, is this Yatagarasu? Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, Yatagarasu. I've definitely
okay, so this is like a real fighting game. I remember at one point Juicebox was real big in promoting this game. I think James Chen and Ultra David are in the game as commentators.
Like, people really tried to play this game for a period of time. Like, this was a game that was pushed as a real, like, main stage title for a very brief period.
Yeah. There was an EVO exhibition for it one year, I remember. It's a parry-based game in large part. I believe there's high and low parries that lead into combos. It's kind of like supposed to be some like weird spiritual predecessor to Third Strike plus an anime game.
And so it plays a lot. Like, if you've ever played, like, there's kind of a genre of games that, even though the mechanics might not be the same, they also sort of feel kind of similar.
Right.
Like, just a little unpolished. Damage is just kind of ridiculous. The mechanics are always just kind of crazy. It's like the Melty Blood style of games. Right. Melty Blood, Arcana Heart. Like, they all spiritually, emotionally, they feel similar. And this kind of lands straight into that wheelhouse.
Yeah, certainly. This game's crazy. Like, I mean, the parries lead into tons and tons of damage if you know what you're doing. I'm assuming no one does. There's got to be some Yatagarasu fan out here. I can't tell if they're going to be happy because it's in this tournament or upset that it's been demoted to mystery game status. But at the same time, I'm excited to see a match here. And this game will definitely, like, if you're good at fighting games, this will play right into it. This is not that crazy of a game. It's very designed.
And this is also the very designed.
I mean, you got a lot of games from back
I know
in the
what
day.
you mean, but. And yeah, this is it, picking your commentator.
There are many fighting games that were not very designed.
So, as it turns out, I messed around with this game a little bit. He was the character that I wanted to play.
He looks cool, Chadha or whatever.
Yeah, and by mess with it a little bit, I mean I played it for like a day and looked up combos on YouTube. If I remember correctly, this guy's actually not very high tier.
He's big, which is usually not a good sign.
He's big with slow moves.
He's got the Zangief build. He's got kind of a Zangief stance. I'm assuming he has a command grab.
Get scooped. And again, like, look at how much damage has been done already.
The animations in this game are gorgeous.
Oh.
That did a lot of damage.
Yeah, 2-hit combo was doing like a fourth of their life.
Okay, so Crazy Black Dude taking game 1 with the Chadha. Or maybe it's reversed. I can't really tell.
Something is reversed.
Something's reversed. Anyhow, okay, and the sweep doing like a third life.
Right? And that's the thing, like, a character like this might not actually be good if you're playing Yatagarasu, but in Mystery Game Tournament, the big character with big moves that does a lot of damage.
Highest single hit damage is almost always like top tier in Mystery Game.
They found the SPD. That's a big deal. Big sweep. Look at that. That's like Hugo. Hugo crouching medium kick.
And he's kind of got a Hugo stance going on right there.
That's also something you kind of low-key see in a lot of games like this. Like, very, very similar looking moves.
Right.
Like, stuff you've kind of seen before.
I think people like seeing that. So
Right.
it's kind of interesting for people who are maybe trying to get into it. It makes it a little easier for them to get into.
And we have a character swap. You know, she's got a sword. Sword normals are very, very good in anime.
And she's got the Hibiki kind of stance going on right there. The true samurai wait and see.
Got that EI stance. Ooh, good anti-air move.
And that looked like it set up a juggle. I can't tell you for sure, but it definitely looked like that.
I absolutely agree. I wouldn't be surprised if there are mad combos in this game.
It looks like a pretty combo-heavy game.
Big boots doing a ton of damage.
Yeah, and most of his moves are straight out of grapplers from Capcom games.
Nice whiff punish. Look at that normal. This is some Johnny normals.
Also got kind of a Clark feel to it.
Crouching jabs.
Crouching jabs into the crouching medium kick, it looks like.
Back to footsies. No one wants to get it. Whoa, big super.
Oh, and the anti-air with the chop into the stand roundhouse. That's going to be round one.
Set point. Crazy Black Dude might win before Suit Base even gets a chance to figure out what's going on. Here we go. Jumps over the slide. Shoulders through. That had super armor. It's the hit. Air to air.
And yet again, that looked like a juggle right there.
Big karate chop.
Oh, Kina just guard broke him, but did not capitalize off it. And there's
720,
the
this is going to be it.
Easily it. Yeah, and
Get out of here. Ooh, wow, that
dirty
was
stuff.
Everything.
And that's who I would pick if I had to play this game right now.
Crazy
All right,
Black Dude
back to-
flexing.
So good stuff from him right there. We saw a lot of, Zangief looking stuff. Crouch jab looks exactly like Zangief.
Right.
Stand roundhouse looks exactly the same.
2M looks exactly like Hugo's crouching medium.
So that's a good way to get started. If you know what the moves were in other games, then you'll have a decent idea of where to get started here. And his single hit damage was crazy.
Right. And like you said before, high single hit, always strong in Mystery. That character was clearly a grappler though, and that's the kind of thing that like breaks the play the character that was good tradition. A lot of people just don't like playing grapplers.
Yeah. A lot of people are just starkly against it in general.
Right. So even though that character clearly did work and looked good, we might see just 2 new characters on the screen next time.
Yeah, certainly. And I mean, this is a game where I feel like you can kind of guess what the characters
Yeah.
do to some extent, so it's a little easier to kind of pick what you think will work for you.
It also is the first game we've seen today where there's a chance we'll get an actual Yatagarasu player. Like,
It's possible, yeah.
we
they
joke a lot, but
certainly
there's no
exist.
Xena Warrior Princess players.
There's like 2,000 people. There's probably more than that. There's a lot of people at Combo Breaker. One of them plays Yatagarasu.
Right,
At
so
least.
there's a non-zero chance somebody is going to sit down to play this game and we're going to see a combo video.
Yeah, that would be totally possible. And I remember seeing combo videos for this game a long time ago, and they exist. Like, there's
Right.
certainly some juggles in this game, a la anime games.
Exactly.
And I think we're probably going to get another round of Yatagarasu coming up.
Yeah. It looks like right now it's 2 matches per game and then moving on to the next one. So what has been your favorite game you've seen so far?
Of the games we've watched?
Yeah.
Xena.
Xena?
I love Xena. The thing about Xena is that, like, no one in the world is going to destroy you twice in that game because all you need to do is just hit a couple random buttons and you're
Right.
back.
It's
In
good
this
for
game,
mystery.
like, this is barely a mystery game. This is questionably a mystery.
Yeah, we are going to see someone go straight to the grappler.
And Jet from his positioning on the screen,
Here we go. They found the commentators.
okay, peaceful.
Ultra David and James Chen, there we go.
Oh, there's Unlimited versus Peaceful.
Can you even imagine staring down Unlimited James Chen
Unlimited
in a dark
James
alley?
Chen is probably the scariest character in any game ever.
We got Pat the Flip on the left there. Pat the Flip putting in a ton of work in the Guilty Gear community all the time. Jump in, SPD. Take grab, SPD.
SPD. Dandy J knows what he's doing here.
Is Dandy J a Zangief player?
I think he's a grappler player in some of them, so.
Here we go. We've got the commentators showing
we can
up.
just stop talking and James can do it for us, right? I mean, ooh, and jump over into the SPD. He has just a unseeable pixel of health left.
Max beater for Dandy J.
Ooh, that's a long crouch leg kick.
Give him that stanky leg. Dandy J taking the first round. Jump in SPD. Here we go. 720, not really doing that much damage for a 720 though.
No, not at all. Oh, 360 did more, I think, or at least close.
Interesting.
And these normals just seem too good to deal with. I think if you don't know how to play this game, this is a pick for sure.
That shoulder, I'm pretty sure has super armor.
It looks like an armor move for sure. It looks like birdies. And that's going to be it.
Dandy J looking so strong. Pat the Flip laughing. I think there's sometimes a mystery where you just understand that your opponent is going to take it. Like,
where is he going to go, though? Is he going to pick the mirror back? I'd do it. He's trying to find what character looks like they have a fireball. I'm like almost positive.
Will Azure actually be Ryu? This might be Pat the Flip's only chance. Your legend begins
now,
here.
notably, parry in this game is a button. It's not like Third Strike where you tap forward. So no one's found it.
Right.
Or at least if they found it, they're not using it. Okay,
oh my
so
God,
got
Rapukin?
That's going to be good for Zangief for sure.
KOF? Oh my God, hitboxes. Who made this game? Rapukin.
Oh, okay, and does 2 hits. First hit can happen first. That's really good for block strings.
And it's doing a lot of, oh my God.
Well, it's probably not actually good for block strings if you know how to play the game, but it's really good the way we're playing.
I was saying that Pat the Flip was out of it, but I was wrong.
No, he's zoning him out now. Yeah, that fireball is really annoying for this to look.
Look at how high that hit. This could be the big comeback.
This stage is crazy. Look, Christmas tree in the bag.
A vaporwave Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, fast dash.
And we're trying to do, so we do have hops, it looks like, in this game. It looks like hyper hop into a splash.
Oh my God.
And he is churning butter during block strings for sure. That came out first round. Does it again. Dandy J has Pat the Flip in one more hit range.
It looks like the fireball is extending the hitbox by a lot.
Yeah, certainly.
Oh.
And there's that armor tackle. We don't know that it's armor, but we're assuming it is.
Yeah, set point for Dandy J. This could be everything. I'm ready. I want to see the 720, and there it is.
720.
Oh my God.
Old school Hugo special.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh, and
out of the
anti-air with the chop. This is looking bad right now. Dandy J has Pat the Flip at basically half life.
SPD,
overhead
there it is. Yup. Jump in SPD again. I would.
It's going to be any roundhouse kick, any command grab, 3 jabs, and that's it.
Anti-air chop. What a set. It looked like Pat the Flip might have been able to make a comeback there, but it just wasn't quite enough. When he got SPD'd out of the startup of the fireball.
From half screen.
Right. That was the mental guard crush.
Yeah, and we saw Yatagarasu game with like 0 parries, which is definitely not how the game's supposed to be saying.
Yatagarasu minus the core mechanic.
But you gotta love that. And I can't tell, are they planning now to play another match Yatagarasu? We'll see in a sec.
I hope so. That game was fun to watch, but it has been just 2 games for everything else so far, so we're probably gonna move on, but who knows?
No, some star competitors there though. I know Pat, I know Dandy J, I know that
same game. We're gonna keep going.
Okay.
More Yatagarasu.
Argon Ross, a bunch of players in this pool who are very good at their respective games.
Argon Ross, also a grappler player.
Yeah. It looks like he might be out though, or at least in losers, as we have not seen. We saw him going to losers.
Oh, that is true.
And I'm getting confirmation from my phone that parry is indeed a button you press. So it's.
Gotcha.
I think that inherently makes it not that much like Third Strike, because a lot of Third Strike is OSing parry by pressing forward and not having a recovery animation. But
it's in there. It's in the game. Like, it's something to watch out for.
Certainly, yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's
closer
really
to
good.
A counter than a parry. It's kind of like Blitz in Exerd.
Yeah.
You have to press a button. You have to take the risk. Pat Pressing forward to parry caused a lot of problems in third strike.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, some people find it to be a problem and some people think it's the greatest
But
thing.
it also, like, low-key kind of enabled some of the stuff that made Chun so good.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I mean, it enables the whole game. The whole
Right.
game is revolves around it, and that's why it's a love it or hate it game.
Like, imagine a character walking towards you while technically buffering a parry and setting up a half-screen Kara grab, because that was Chun-Li. Oh, here we are, right back
All
into
right,
it.
I'm getting confirmation that the parries don't have a recovery animation despite being a button. That sounds really
interesting.
broken.
We have Bubble.jpg back up on the screen and up to snuff. Look at that grab. This character is mad sword normals, though. Once again, the grappler just putting in so much work.
Okay, and up to snuff takes round one real easy there.
Yeah,
with
that
our
was
boy.
a dominating performance. Jump in. We got the jump ins.
And we haven't seen anything so far to Bubble.jpg. She does have a half-screen sword normal.
Yeah, super armor straight through there.
All right, half-screen, and that does so much damage. All of his kick normals do, you know, at least like 25% of a bar.
It doesn't look like Bubble.jpg had any time to learn anything. Yeah, just switching characters.
Are we going to see the Chad High mirror yet? Is he afraid to do it? I would do it.
Another character with sword normals. Switching commentators to get that power up. Maximilian.
Okay, we got Max now. All right, and yet again, those normals doing so much damage. Hina's really
Combo.
fast, though.
You were right. There was the juggle.
I don't know anything about Hina. She's fast, and she has big normals. Pretty potent combination. Extended her box on the sword normal, though. It does not look like it's totally disjointed at all.
Bubble.jpg might have found their character.
Yeah, up to snuff in like one-hit kill range, maybe two hits. Oh,
Combo.
there we go. Goes into the juggle. Very nice.
On the board, Bubble.jpg.
Okay, so doing my research from the chat, it looks like parries hit a cooldown, but no recovery. Interesting. So you can't constantly OS it. You've got to choose your spots, but it is safe.
Looks like Bubble.jpg recognized that a combo can be made off that upward slash, but can't quite figure out what it is.
Very nice. That almost looked like a parry, but I have no idea what they look like in this game.
We got footsies, real footsies. Is this neutral? Good jump in.
And beats the anti-air. That was definitely meant to hit him out of the air with that stand heavy kick.
And that time it connects. Up to snuff, set point. Bubble.jpg has to get something done right now.
That was a super close round, though, so I think it's totally possible for him to bring this back. He's found the slide, he's found the advancing slash, but
they're
neither of
so
them's
low
doing
on
work
life.
for him yet.
It's a hit. Jump ins. Will we see an SPD?
I'm sure.
Slide. Bubble.jpg ahead on life. Has
Another
up to
full
snuff in the
screen heavy
corner.
kick. But up to snuff, down to low life himself. And
1-1. Will we
this-
see a character select? Up to
I
snuff
don't
didn't
know,
do
we
any
might.
SPDs. Just use the big buttons, but if Bubble.jpg has figured out how to navigate around, no, right back in.
It's hard to get in and do an SPD versus a character zoning you out like that.
Oh, bear grab doesn't quite connect.
Okay, and that's that low medium kick. Looks like it does a lot of damage, does not knock down. She did so much damage on a single hit.
Those sword normals are doing quite a bit as well. Jump in. With punish.
Okay, and one more will do it. Yep, there's the stand heavy kick to take round one for up to snuff.
That hurt. Yeah, the difference in life bars, well, effective life bars anyway, is so clear here.
Oh, whiffs the SPD there, though, because the hit had too much hit stun.
Back to some very careful neutral. It's a couple hits. Anti-air.
That looks like a really strong anti-air there.
Jump ins. There
big
it
thing is, I'm assuming you can jump parry in this game, though. So, I mean, not using that makes anti-airs a lot better.
And beats the slide, going to take it.
And very nice stuff there from Up to Snuff. So far, we are 3 for 3 on watching our guy Chad Ha win every single round.
The big Chad.
You seem crazy not to pick the Chad.
The Chad's powerful.
Well, they always are.
With his spinning Chad technique.
And that giant crouch jab, right? Like that's been a
Right.
pretty good move in most games that a Zangief has had it in. And it didn't seem much different here. It seemed really, really strong.
All those normals did exactly what you would think they do. And picking that character, instead of rolling the dice on some other anime character with weird anime sword normals, seems to have paid off for everyone who made that decision.
Now, I'm assuming there's a Shoto in this game. We didn't really see one. We saw a
We saw the
Rabuka character.
Rabukins,
Yeah, we saw Rabuka. I'm assuming there's a regular Fireball character, but yeah, we definitely did not see it.
I mean, you would think so, but
Now, I'm not sure. It looks like we're switching games yet again. We're probably getting pretty far along in this mystery game pool.
yeah, and once again, it could be anything.
Yeah,
Any game could be showing up here.
It tends to get goofier the further it goes, with the exception of just watching Yatagarasu.
It was surprising to see a real fighting game show up.
I remember
but
it was UFGT 10 or something like that. The finals was Marvel vs. Capcom 2, 3 Thanos Mirror. And you had to play on an Xbox pad.
That's amazing.
And 3 Thanos team has like some infinites and stuff. They obviously weren't doing it. But
Right?
it was quite the match.
Bubble infinites. Thanos was an interesting character in that game.
Does a lot of damage. Has a pretty solid assist for combos. He's terrible, but
I think it would be interesting to see what would happen with that game if people had access to the tools and the practice modes and the online resources they do today. Like one thing I've learned or I've heard is that Dalsim is actually probably secretly the 7th.
yeah,
S-tier
Dalsim
character.
has a lot of really good combos. There's a lot of Japanese combo videos out there. Dalsim and Nakaris
He also has
have a lot
that
of kill
guaranteed
combos and stuff
reset.
like that. He
You
guaranteed
do like
reset.
a full combo and then his
He can
anti-air
fly,
grab. Yeah,
So
he has real mix-up.
I don't know a ton about it, but he's after the top tiers. He's supposed to be pretty good.
Right. A lot of old games probably have some unexplored stuff that we just couldn't
tons of
find back in the day.
It really depends on the game, though, because games like ST obviously have been around so long with such strong communities that they've gone into the code and they've found the
Right.
weird stuff, and they know that
And, like-
T-Hawk has a hurt box on his crouching medium punch half screen away.
Right,
you
and
know,
they know the 6-button OS with Ryu to get out of the claw
Right.
dives. Like, that stuff has been found. There's some games that are very, very close to solved, but
Yeah.
there's also a lot of games that were really popular for a long amount of time that maybe there's some hidden tech. I'd
Certainly.
be interested to see it.
Oh, yeah. There's hidden tech in almost every game. Yeah, so this is if you're tuning in right now, yet again, we're watching Combo Breaker 2019 here in St. Charles, Illinois, just a bit outside of Chicago. I'm Donkey here with Mini Matt.
This is a mystery game, top 32.
Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, game switches every single round, winners or losers. You cannot watch the round ahead of you play and decide how to play the game for yourself. No, you just got to jump in there and do what you can do.
No looking it up on your phone. That is the forbidden technique. If they catch you, they'll DQ you on the spot. Instant disqualification.
I kind of wish they would, but yeah, it's so hard to track. Some people are definitely like, and it's
well,
funny.
if they catch you, like you said.
A lot of these games, the only resource online is going to be like a game FAQs guide from 2002.
Written by a 12-year-old.
Written by a 12-year-old,
on Xbox.
where half of the FAQ is just talking about how angry they are about, some character's cheat move and how their brother played it. And so all you get to go off of is the hopefully accurate move list.
Right, like Jimmy 2497 putting down the move list. A third of the entire FAQ is just ASCII art.
ASCII, yeah. That's the best part of the FAQ too. Like that's the only part they put any time or thought into. Because I've done that. I've been there. I've played in this tournament and read those ASCII art, FAQs from 2003. And let me tell you,
oh, someone's cheating.
it might be less helpful than it is, actually good for you.
And it can lead you down a dark path where you read it, you're like, this character sounds mad cheap, and then they're garbage. Oh, we're getting into it.
There's a really funny guide from James Chen, and he could tell you about it much better than I could, obviously, back about X-Men vs. Street Fighter, where he's talking about how funny, how broken Saberwolf is. And he's obviously like extremely salty about it in the FAQ. So if you ever get the chance,
oh my
look
god,
that up.
that's hilarious. This looks like Money Puzzle Exchanger. The title was Mocha, but this looks very, very similar to a puzzle game called Money Puzzle Exchanger. Basically how it works is, at least in that game, you stack like dimes, and dimes become quarters, and then you stack quarters, and quarters become dollars or whatever. And the way you get like more points and send more junk or whatever to your opponent is to stack quickly to higher denominations of money. If this is, honestly, Money Puzzle Exchanger might just be a reskin of this. Like, that happened a lot in old games. You know, Kirby's Avalanche and Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine are just reskins of Puyo Puyo. Money Puzzle Exchanger could very well just be a reskin of this.
All right, we got a cat. We got Japanese money. We got 2 players ready to play. I can't tell what controller they're playing on. This looks like some sort of anniversary collection. On probably a PS2 or maybe an Xbox.
Yeah, it's an Xbox.
Xbox had a lot of those games, a lot of those collections. Easy to make, easy to develop. And so we are playing whatever game this is. Looks like they're right into it. In some sort of fashion, you match colors with colors. Looks like a regular puzzle game in that sense. Cats in the background are hype.
This is definitely just Money Puzzle Exchanger, but visually different.
And there's the hundreds. Doesn't want to stack them. I would have been stacking those hundreds for sure. Is the junk the cats with the sunglasses?
Yeah.
Assuming like any other game, you clear that by clearing stuff below it and next to it.
Yeah, and see the coins, they merge into one bigger denomination.
It's also kind of like Puyo, though.
Yeah, you can get chains, but in this game, it's better to just try to quickly create large coins like, as fast as possible. Setting up chains is just kind of inefficient because you can get so far ahead so fast.
And that's what looks like it's happening. Climax is way ahead. Crazy Black Dude has not sent one piece of junk that I've seen to Climax's side of the screen, and that's a problem. Oh, and there's
a dollar.
Okay, so there's a little bit of junk, but the side is still way in Climax's favor. Oh, and that was a lot of hundreds. I see this cat getting angry. He's about to throw some stuff on the other side of the screen.
Crazy Black Dude is about to have a bad time. Looks like both players playing. Oh my God, we just saw a big chain.
You can see the cats in the middle. It looks like they're fighting to send junk to the other side. And Crazy Black Dude coming way back. Oh my God, look at how big that chain is.
That was huge. The cat.
Oh, and this is completely turned on its side, and Crazy Black Dude comes from behind.
He did a full combo. That was crazy. Yeah, like in this game, you can rush your opponent down real fast, but if you're given the time to set up.
That was an insane chain, and look at the stoicness on Crazy Black Dude's face. He was like, yeah, I plan on that. I knew I was going to chain him, and I knew I was going to take him out in one hit, and that's what I do.
I meant to do that. This is the best 3 out of 5 as well.
Yeah, we're getting info on that. This would be a pretty quick game at 2 out of 3. So we're getting late into these rounds. I believe this is still winner's bracket.
Yeah, this is a...
And you can see on the left, he's setting up those hundreds in a place where they can eventually chain. We see those dollar bills ready to be stacked. Seeing some prime setup there on Crazy Black Dude's side.
Like, it doesn't really look like either of these players are like using the fast fall very much.
No.
Like, we see high-level puzzle gameplay. You're just snapping those.
Yeah, because you can see the next piece, so they've already decided before they've even seen the piece come on the screen usually. Especially in a versus Puyo kind of setup.
High level, and it looks like that just clears whatever it hits. Oh no, it automatically leveled all of them to one tier higher. The hundreds became 500s.
And yet again, those singles, it seems like depending on what the coin is, you need more or less pieces next to each other.
I believe it's always 5 for them to combine.
Okay,
At least
5 for them to
that's what
combine.
it is in the other game that's very similar.
5
to
for them to
this.
combine and 2 for them to clear. Or something.
It's a
Because the yellow pieces just combine the second they hit the ground.
yeah, there's definitely some different mechanics than what I'm used to, but overall, this is it definitely is very reminiscent of an extremely
All right,
fun
5
puzzle
went into
game.
500, and then we saw that drop.
Yeah, the dollar. It looks like there are different coin types. This is much more involved. Oh, a lot of junk coming down. Here's the 10s. Gonna get that combination. We got a combo.
Yeah, nice combo there. And we see a lot of 100 set up on the right side of Crazy Black Dude's screen. If he can clear some of that junk, he can get a 1 and clear those blues. This is going to be a big deal for him. He might be able to finish Climax off.
It's so hard to it's very hard to tell what players are thinking in puzzle games compared to fighting games.
Yeah. Sometimes if you're not the one who's been controlling the board, you can't
Right.
see the setup that they have. Oh, and that's going to be a big chain coming out there. Okay, no, never mind. The junk gets in the way. This is getting close. Climax right at the top, though, but if he can get an 100, he's going to clear a lot of his board.
There it is. But it looks like he's just a little bit too far behind.
I think he's done.
He's
for,
about to
yeah.
hit cat. Yeah. No, the cat comes down.
Oh,
that
the
changes
cat goes-
everything.
The chain is huge, and there's going to be a bunch of junk coming to Crazy Black
There's
Dude's
the dollar.
side, and that's
Yeah.
the reversal. Climax with game 2. Wow.
I didn't see that one coming. 1-1.
And you just saw that white cat that falls down, I think when you combine 500s together and get to that 1,000, that levels so much of the playing field and can send so much junk at once.
I wonder if the cat spawns when you get your little cat in the middle to full strength.
Could be. It kind of looks like that, yeah, the cat meter, I didn't even notice that.
It looks like the green coins just automatically combine with other green coins.
Yeah, some of the smaller denominations seem to combine pretty quickly as opposed to the bigger ones. Yeah, like the yellows always combine just at 2.
Yeah, for sure, this is not just a reskin of Money Puzzle Exchanger. This is definitely a different game because there's so many mechanics here that are not present in that one. But the core mechanic of combining money is the same. The question is either player going to figure out the mechanics well enough to start actually chaining together combos intentionally, or is it a race to get the cat head and just hope the whole screen clears itself?
Yeah, it seems like we're mostly just going for small, single clears. No one's really gone for anything super wide.
Goes for the...
That looks really good there from Climax's side, though. Yeah, it's going to drop a decent amount of junk right now.
But unfortunately, it was very low denominations of
Right.
money, so it didn't really do much damage. It seems like the big strategy here is to try to get a bunch of like 100s or 500s and then drop the cat head on top of that.
Yeah, certainly. And we see just that on the bottom of Climax's screen. He looks way ahead to me. He's got a lot higher money denominations at the bottom of his stack.
Crazy Black Dude just got a 3-chain though.
Okay, very nice. He does wall that off a bit. He's going to have to reset up a little block here to clear.
But he can't make it to the 100s. They're all blocked. He's going to have to clear some junk.
Okay, we've gotten an update that we're going 2 out of 3, and
Yeah.
this is the last match.
It looks like
they're
they're
going for
playing
a long time.
Players playing a little slower than might have been expected. It's hard to tell how fast something is going to go.
Well, puzzle games are obviously like so high skill cap and so based
Right.
on how long they're playing. And this is looking real bad for Crazy Black Dude. He's going to need to get a big cat soon, but it doesn't look like he has one saved
And
up.
there's one coming up from Climax. I heard his name wrong. And yeah, that was it.
And there you go. Climax takes it. And that's got to be pretty dang far into that pool.
Yeah. Crazy Black Dude doesn't look too happy. And mystery game can just kind of be like that. You're doing super well, and then you just run into a genre where you don't really
And he
feel
was doing
comfortable.
well,
Yeah.
but I mean, we saw him waste one of his cat heads. He dropped it into junk. It didn't clear anything. When you really need to be dropping that onto your 100s and 500s,
Right.
as you mentioned. Tough loss.
It is. Running into just a weird genre swap that you're not ready for, and just ending your streak, that can be real cooling. Even if you're in winners, that can just put you in a bad headspace for losers.
Yeah, certainly. What's your puzzle game of choice?
My puzzle game of choice? My puzzle game of choice is definitely Puyo. I am not good at it.
I'm terrible at it.
I play it every couple months or so. I just really want to play it, and I play it a bunch for 2 days, and then I just don't play it again for 2 months. And that's why I will never be good at the game. But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a fun game. I'm a Tetris Attack Pokemon Puzzle League guy myself.
Ooh, that's a real good game.
Pokemon Puzzle League, definitely up there with the most annoying things screamed in any game constantly. Let's go, Bulbasaur!
I liked Gem Fighter a lot.
Yeah,
I liked
it's a
the
fun
mobile
game.
version for a while, but it just did not last.
No, it did not last. They actually completely cut it off. Okay, so we are getting confirmation. It's going to be another round here of Muya. Or Moya.
And one of the two.
And yeah, Dandy J versus Up to Snuff. These guys have been in. We've seen them both play various games. They were both still in winners. And this might be the winners semifinals if I had to guess. There's the cat head to start. What an unfortunate thing to have to drop right away.
It looks like they get to choose to drop it or
It
not.
does look like that. I'm guessing you maybe get one back when you fill up your cat meter. But dropping that cat head was a huge waste.
Yeah, that's going to be real bad for them.
Because it's such a powerful tool. We saw,
Right.
2 out of the 3 games we watched completely decided by it. This cat in the middle gets me. I love him. That's me. That's like literally just like, he's so smug.
He's getting all this money. I'd be smug too. Imagine not doing any of the work and collecting all of the income.
And all you do is throw junk at the other guy.
You throw your own head at them. Stacking up. It looks like Dandy J is keeping the left side of the screen fairly clear.
All right, a nice combo there from Up to Snuff. He does, however, have a much bigger stack laid out, but there's a lot of 100s in there, so I could easily see a big turnaround.
Unfortunately, though, with that wasted cat head, it's not, you don't see it right now, but I feel
there's
like
the cat head right there. Huge chain,
Yeah, there it is.
hundreds. That's going to drop a lot of junk over there.
we got a chain to $1.
Now, what's weird is there's a dog head at the top. That's what Dandy J actually used, so I don't know how you use that.
Yeah, I wonder what that one does.
That's the one he seemed to waste.
There's so many mechanics.
I've got no idea how this game works.
We've got 400 sitting there. Looks like there's going to be a clear here, yeah. But it's not going to do that much junk.
Oh, and Up to Snuff in a lot of trouble here, actually.
Yeah, Dandy J may have used a resource prematurely, but Up to Snuff doesn't even seem to realize that it's there.
Yeah, he has not used that dog head whatsoever.
And
He's in a lot of trouble. I think this is game.
Yeah, unless a cat head spawns right now, that's going to be it. Yup.
Dandy J with game 1. And that was yet again just another game of a lot of single chains. Who can kind of stack a little bit better. No super advanced chaining going on there. But it's tricky because there's another layer to the chaining, right? It's not just
I think
stack.
Moja. My Japanese is rusty.
Yeah, well, mine's non-existent, so I'll believe you on that. Anyhow, it's not just stacking colors on top of colors because the colors combine to make different colors. So if you try to play this purely like Puyo, you'll get messed up when they combine.
Right. This is its own thing. Just trying to set up chains the exact same way isn't going to work.
No, it won't work at all, and in fact, it'll probably screw you up.
I feel like fundamentals for puzzle games don't actually really carry over that much.
Yeah, sometimes they can hurt you depending on how the game works.
I mean, it seems like both players have figured out, 10 yen becomes 100 yen, becomes 500 yen, becomes $1, and then 1,000 yen. But a note, a bank note. The music in this game is actually pretty kicking, though.
Yeah, the music is good. The big puzzle game fundamental that does carry over is obviously just reading the screen fast. That's the one thing that you can start to pick up by playing a lot. Reading because this game does allow you to see the piece coming up. Up to Snuff has Dandy J in trouble already. We're way up the chain. That Junk's in a really annoying place. He has very little high denomination pieces.
Cathead hitting
Drop
the
it on
100. This
100.
could be really, really big. But it doesn't chain much. The pieces just weren't in the positions for it. When you're not setting it up, it's very up to luck, it looks like, whether you get a big chain off
That's
the
a super hard mechanic to deal with. Yeah, because like as you said, when you hit the cat head to a coin, it drops every single like coin one denomination higher.
And so that can be, oh no, the cat head fell on Junk.
That's completely it right there. Dandy J is going to go down 2-0 to up to snuff.
That was probably the speed they expected this to be in the first place when they wanted to make it 3 out of 5. But it's just unpredictable. You can't tell how fast or how slow players are going to play.
And I'm thinking we got to be pretty close to a winners finals. We've seen a few of those players win several times in a row. So I'm assuming we're going to be coming up on a game change now. It does look like that. We see people setting up. You are here watching the most important tournament of any weekend, Mystery Game.
Here at Combo Breaker 2019.
And this is, without a doubt, the biggest Mystery Game tournament every year.
Chicago's Mystery. A huge, big tournament. Always a lot of fun.
Yeah, certainly. Always a lot of fun. They cap it at 128 entrants, obviously, because there would be way more than enter this game. If you don't get on there like the day Combo Breaker opens, you're not making it into Mystery.
But it takes so long. They can't have more people.
No, they can't, because they'd have to set up more consoles and more games. It's just too hard.
I want to give a shout out to all of the TOs of Mystery. They work so hard. They're running back and forth constantly. They're never not on the move.
Got to get all that equipment, right? Yeah. Remember how to set it
cats,
up.
Players who want to, like players who love Mystery, but 256 this year,
so I'm sorry.
Doubled?
Yeah, it doubled from 128 to 256.
Wow.
So these guys are crazy. That's all I'm going to tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like every single one of those players is here primarily for another fighting game. So there's going to be arguments about which pool they have to be to. They're going to be back and forth across the venue at all times. Getting Mystery together is such a huge hassle, and the TOs do such a good job of it. They work super hard.
Certainly.
People running the stream, the people running the setups behind the scene, the bracket runners, everyone puts in so much work. So thanks to all of them for putting this show on.
I'm glad Mystery gets its own stream this year. It's going pretty much all the way through the day. Super fun.
And you know what else is super fun?
What is it?
Combo Breaker presented by Samsung, Simple Mobile, and brought to you in part by all of these fantastic fighting games.
Yeah, tons of fighting game companies down there, tons of different, various things going on. See Tenno Media doing some streams.
I see Autumn Games down there. They did Skullgirls, right? Or they were involved?
I'm not sure.
I think they were.
But yeah, lots of sponsors here. Combo Breaker could not be put on without all of them. So make sure to shout them up. This is definitely the fighting game tournament of the community. Every game you could ever want to see is going to be here. Every game you don't want to see is probably here too. And that's why we love it.
Have you gotten to play the new Sam show here, by the way?
I have not yet. I actually just got in here this morning, and I've had pools and stuff all day so far. So I'm hopefully getting to.
I love it. It's really fun.
Awesome. Because I'm mostly an SNK player at this point, so I'm really excited to get to try that.
I've been playing Earthquake.
Okay, yeah.
That character, he's a big grappler, right?
You know his backstory, right?
I do not.
He's a ninja from Texas.
So
he calls himself a ninja.
That makes a lot of sense because he has a wall jump. That big boy grappler. He's got a wall jump. He has a teleport. Like, he teleports to the top of the screen, falls on top of him, get past projectiles. I'm a big fan. I want to play Earthquake.
Yeah, living in Texas, I mean, he's one of us, man. And I'll pick him too.
That dude eats barbecue every single day.
Yeah, quite a lot of it too. Big dude. I want to see Kusura Ghetto make it into the game.
Oh my God, give me Ghetto.
Character.
Give me that.
If you give me Ghetto, I will play no matter what.
Maybe remove Ghetto's full screen invincible command. Leave it. Do you really want people to drop this game day 0?
I want to be the one doing it.
But they keep the all green motion, the back forward up down.
What a crazy character.
I actually played Ghetto in 5.
Yeah, I play Ghetto every time.
Ghetto boys.
Yeah, oh man, that game is so crazy. And it looks like they really kept the spirit of the game alive too. You can kill in 2 hits still. So.
Super still do 80% life. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I would recommend anybody who's on the fence about it to give it a shot when it comes out. It's very good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it looks like fun and it looks really nice.
They're not even paying me to say this. I'm not getting any money to hype up Sam Show. Nothing. Sam Show hasn't cut me a check yet. Wink. But
based on the
it's
length
good.
of time it's taken to set up this last mystery game, I'm slightly terrified as to what it might be.
It could be anything. It could. Oh
They
my
look
God,
like
I'm
they're
scared. I'm so
troubleshooting.
scared.
That's a problem. When you're troubleshooting entering a mystery game, that means it's going to be a peripheral one probably,
Oh God.
or something along those lines.
It could be a bootleg.
Could be a bootleg. That thing's off limits usually. I've seen games that were arguably not games.
Arguably, they're games in the strictest sense
Yeah.
of the word, in that you can play them. Oh,
So
indie title.
Yeah, we've gotten mentioned there's going to be an indie title coming up. Probably some extra settings to wade through there. No idea what it's going to be.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we find out the same time you do. So
Indie titles are always the biggest variance. They could be fantastic, and they could just be painful.
yeah, certainly. Yeah, because indie can mean a lot of things, right? Indie can mean two dudes who made it for fun without trying to do anything off it, or it could
be Nidhogg.
Yeah, or it could be a
super
fantastic
good.
production, right? So, still waiting on that. Still waiting on it to get set up. As I said, I believe we're towards the end of this pool. It is almost 6 o'clock, and of course, because it's Combo Breaker, everything runs like clockwork and ends
Right.
after 2 hours. So,
This is probably the last game that we're going to be up here for. It's been a pleasure so far.
yes, of course.
I'm excited to see what we have coming up to round off the evening. Well, for us at least. There's going to be some more mystery coming up for the rest of you guys, but the question is, what sort of indie game is causing them so much stress to set up? Because it looks like they're having some issues.
But we know they'll figure it out. They always do, for sure.
Yeah, that's why they're down there and we're up here talking about it.
Yeah, I'm not very good at selling. Yeah, these games always are crazy to me, and a lot of the PC ports of games are often kind of left to the last thing to do. So often they're a bit harder to set up.
There's a lot of PC ports where the default button mappings just kind of go wherever they want
Oh
to.
yeah, they're just like ported from whatever Xbox version. Sometimes they still show the Xbox controller on the screen
Right.
for button prompts. I mean, yeah. A lot of PC games are not ported as a first thought. Mortal Kombat notably did get a PC patch over this past weekend, or over this current weekend.
Have you
actually.
been playing MK?
I have been playing it.
I have not. How do you feel about it?
I enjoy it. I've been having fun with it. I'm not a huge NRS guy, but I think I like this more than the old one. So
Yeah, the movement looks a lot faster and a lot cleaner than in some of the older NRS titles.
the really jarring thing about playing Mortal Kombat, if you come from Street Fighter or the majority of 2D fighting games, is there's no proximity guard, right?
Right.
You hold back, you always walk back. And that makes whiff punishing like a way bigger part of the game because you can never do a sweep or a low forward expecting them to stay where they are right now. They're always going to be able to walk out, and that makes, punishing off a mid way scarier than it ever is in Street Fighter.
I hear noise coming from the monitor. It looks like we got a game. Press every button to join.
Okay, there you go.
Stick fight.
Stick
I've
fight.
played this in a mystery game tournament in Colorado. This game is hectic.
It looks like it. I mean, you have to press every button to start.
You kill your friends to begin the game. So this game has a lot going on.
Tell me about it.
If it is what I think it is,
Okay.
kind of Smash-like in movement. There's platforms you're running around. There are a lot of weapons that spawn. And when I say weapons, I mean weapons. There are guns, swords.
1680 by 1050. That's crazy.
There's resolution. This game is intense. And it can snowball out of control real quick.
Okay, so the characters look very weird to move about with already.
Like, they jiggle around a lot. Movement, it feels fine though. Like,
Okay.
when you're playing it, movement doesn't feel super awkward. You can very quickly find yourself. It's momentum based in a sense that if someone is winning a round and they just roll into the next one, riding that wave, you can just lose a bunch in a row.
Oh, okay. First to 10.
First to 10, yeah.
First to 15
Rounds
is
are
what
fast.
we're hearing. So I'm assuming it's like one-hit kills,
yes,
probably.
Yes, 1-hit kills.
Yeah, one-hit kills. So, I mean, it just switches right from one round to the next,
yes,
right?
it's super quick. You grab a gun, you shoot him, and it's next round immediately. Like, there's not a lot of time to think.
There never is, man.
That's why I never do it. All right, they're
All
both
right,
in the
so
game.
both players are spawned in. It says kill your friends to start.
Yeah, the game starts when one of the players kills the other on this menu.
So how do you kill each other? Hit each other? Okay, so there's like, there are some sort of attacks.
Yeah, you can't hit each other. Usually in the game, someone gets a weapon and just shoots the other person and they're dead.
Okay.
And that counts, by the way. That was a point.
Okay, so Argon Ross is up 1-0.
And here's his sword, first weapon to spawn.
And he's the king right now. He's got the sword. Climax with absolutely nothing going for him. I see a gun in the middle of the stage. And this is already insane. Okay.
But sword normals prevail once again.
So you do not keep the sword after the round. Then.
No, you just go to the next one. Gun spawning from the heavens.
And he's shooting every which way. Okay.
The bazooka.
There doesn't seem to be any health, so he has no idea. Argon Ross laughing. He's got a bazooka on.
Bazooka number 2.
It seems hard to turn around and shoot it the other way.
But I think he just...
This game is insane.
Yeah, this game is wild.
Okay, bazooka and a sword. The sword looks like the best weapon. I'm gonna be
Sword does a lot of damage. Guns are really, really good. It's just, it's fast. It's hard to see what's going on.
And
it looks
it's
like they're
like
just
a
going to punch each
slugfest.
other. Yeah, no one's going to go for the gun. And by that I mean Argon Ross is going to wall jump up to the gun.
Oh, and that's going to be point number 4 for Argon Ross.
Look at that movement. We're on the boxes. Don't fall down the hole.
This is scary. This is scary. And there is some sort
Rifle.
of gun. Okay, it's a
Auto
rifle.
fire. Oh no! He got shot off the wall, fell straight down the pit. 4-2. Uh-oh, we got the crumbling box towers. Laser
looks
rifle.
fun.
This game is mad fun.
Can you have more than 2 players?
I believe you can.
Okay, and he's
Look at
stuck
these wall
down there.
jumps. He's gone. Oh no!
He was trying to knock a box off the tower, but instead he knocked himself.
Argon Ross has the gun, but
Okay, and he stuck himself to the bench. And then who's going to die first?
oh,
It looks
what
like
a
Climax
jump!
Argon Ross up 6-2 in this first of 15 set.
Argon Ross getting the pistol super quick.
That looks terrifying. Okay. Kind of looks like a splat gun from Splatoon.
Gonna
He
throw it
throws
away,
He
guys.
wants a rocket
Yeah.
launcher.
Speaking of
This rocket launcher
launcher,
comes back down, and they're little snakes.
it's a snake launcher.
Oh. Okay, it's 6-3
Yeah,
now.
Argon Ross fell.
All right. Punch, punch. Waiting for any sort of weapon. Okay, it's just a slugfest
Gotta
now on
beware
the
those
boxes.
boxes on the top though. If they fall,
And 2 weapons spawn. They
Handguns.
just look like little handguns. They all seem to shoot the same way.
crushed.
Okay, and so when the color shows up, that's who got the kill.
Yes. You can tell by the crown as well. The winner of the last round has the crown.
Okay, and so a
Shotgun.
gun there from Climax. He seems to rocket jump himself up. And he's the king of sticks. He's brought it to 6-5, and we're in Desert 7.
And we're back on the terrible breaking box stage. Look at this auto
This is
fire.
absolutely killer. That
Argon Ross running away, can't escape.
And we're tied up at 6-6. We're on landfall.
Are we even gonna see a weapon spawn this time? We are. AK-47.
Climax
all over
has
the place.
really gotten a handle on this game, and he has now taken back the lead.
It's as I mentioned
and
before,
this,
momentum is so
this
big.
is a problem.
Who gets the weapon spawn
This
first?
is a horrible
Same
problem.
time.
Okay, he gets the gun. They both have a gun.
Oh no!
Argon Ross-
Climax has lost his tower. This is a big deal.
Just one more gunshot on that tower could knock Climax into a place where he can't recover, and that's exactly what looks like it's going to happen.
Argon Ross is falling as well.
He's got one-
Argon Ross could die from. Oh no!
Oh, and Climax living on one box.
One box, one prayer, one life. Who is going to survive? Climax so far ahead. Sword coming down. Argon Ross gets it. Sword normals. Oh, the sword normals aren't enough though. Argon Ross might fall.
Okay, and the one-shot kill from the sword. Argon Ross down at 7-8.
What is this level? I've never seen this one before.
Okay, and so this has a rotating platform in the middle. Nothing seems to break.
Grenades. You got to be careful. The grenade launcher.
I've got to imagine they're both pretty low on health. Both looking for a punch.
Is that a sniper?
The gun in the hand of Climax. One shot might do this.
Another gun.
Oh, but
No,
he's
it's
shooting
an
at the
AK.
ground, and now Argon Ross is shot, and now there's
snake
snakes
gun.
everywhere. And wait, somehow Climax got the kill.
What? Argonros has to be confused. Bye. Later, my dude. Climax.
Okay, 10 to 7. There's still plenty of time left. Needs 5 more kills. Only 2/3 of the way there.
Handgun dropping down from the heavens. Argonros gets it, but Climax punches it out of his hands. Climax going crazy.
Sit down, says Argonros, who just punches the man with the gun to death.
Achievement unlocked.
Okay, and he just falls straight through. Argonros brings it to 9 to 10. 19, 18, we have no idea. Oh no! Argonros doesn't recognize the spikes. And he kills him. Is it
Final Destination?
Final Destination, Fox only.
Wave dash. Oh, Final Destination.
Smashville.
It's the Yellow Devil. Mega Man. Oh, Argonros gets the hit.
Okay, and we have a box in the middle.
Is it going to fall?
Yep. There's a thwomp right there.
Who died? Who died? Argonros got it.
Argonros lives, and Argonros takes the tie game up to 11-11. And they both know how to play now. This is super scary. These platforms are going any which way. And somehow Argonros survives Climax, who done it fast.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Those are dropping at some point. Who's going to go for each other, and who's going to try to survive?
Argonros gets crushed.
12. Okay, and
this is scary. It's going to head up to the lightning.
This is juggling with fire. And who's going to drop first? Okay, they both know what's going on
Sniper
now.
rifle finally spawns.
Hitting your opponent seems really hard here, so it's just about who can survive longer.
Argonros is in a bad position.
Now the laser's coming from the right side, which seems like a big advantage for Argonros.
But you've got to remember that you can still fall down this pit. Being too high is death. Being too low is death. Grenade launcher, kind of scary right now. Argonros is going to fall.
Falling. He survives though. At this point it looks neck and neck. Neither player has done much damage at all to each other.
Oh my God. Argonros getting hit by some bullets. Oh, I'm scared of the laser.
Oh, and Argonros survives because Climax falls all the way up the side. We're at 13-12. Just 2 more points here for Argonros.
Don't get hit. Don't get hit. An Uzi dropping from the sky.
Okay, 2 punches. It could just be 1 punch for either player at this point, and that Tommy gun might help if it doesn't fall off the stage.
Argonros a little far to the left. Snake launcher.
I like
it looks like Climax is going to get it.
Snake launcher. Okay, and those snakes are so powerful because they come back in any which direction, and they are staying alive. And it's 13-13. 2 more wins for anyone left. This is just a 2 out of 3 now.
Don't fall into the pit. Oh my God, Climax gets the first weapon spawn. Very unlucky for Argonros, but he's shooting the grenades on his own side.
And those grenades could easily be the death of Argonros. No, he loses the grenade
Jumps
launcher.
over.
Now Argonros has the gun. They are both avoiding fighting at all costs. They just want to stay alive and not get hit by these boxes.
Argonros is trying to shoot, but you aim the direction you're moving.
Yes,
so if you're trying to escape the boxes, you can't really aim at the other side.
No, they're less worried about killing each other and more worried about staying alive. Climax makes the first leap, and he survives across the boxes.
Oh my God!
The movement is incredible at this point.
They've been alive for so long. The gun is out of ammo. Whoever gets the next gun spawn.
Okay, and there's the sword. That's a one-shot.
He backs off. He doesn't want to take the risk. He does not want to fall into the pit.
I mean, killing yourself at this point would be the worst way to go out.
Gets the rifle. Not the rifle, the laser pistol,
like
I believe.
Okay, it's a weird laser pistol that leaves little guys on the ground. Oh, some sort of crazy
grenade
geometry.
Launcher. Snake grenades. The
and
snake grenades get Argonros. He's going to fall down the pit. Climax is on set point. Match point. Game point.
Last point. What
Red
goofy
trees.
stage are we going to get now? It looks like a pinball machine.
Climax gets the gun spawn.
Okay, and Argonros goes straight in. He doesn't want to lose that gunfight.
But he's gone. Climax is the victor. What a game.
What an amazing match. And that's the pop-off. The pop-off everyone wanted to see.
Oh my God.
That game was crazy.
It's intense. I can't believe he came back from that pit when he fell down and climbed up on the boxes. I was awestruck. I did not think he was coming back from that.
Yeah, my highlight round was Climax staying alive on the single box while Argonros
that was
the full
oh my
tower.
God. Climax had so many miraculous escapes. And you know what? He had that box and he had the conveyor belt run and he won by 2. Those were the defining plays of the entire set.
The king of boxes.
The king of boxes. Climax. The climax.
And that started as like a 6-1 in Argonros' favor. It was looking really
it's the
weak.
momentum. Once you get rolling in that game, it's really easy to just pressure your opponent over and over.
One thing I like about that game is it does not worry about being fair or symmetrical.
Oh,
Sometimes
no.
the
Someone
weapon
gets the gun.
spawns on one side and the other guy gets nothing.
Oh, you spawn on the right and the laser's coming from the right. Tough. It's best of 15. Take your lumps and move on.
Oh boy, and we have got to be rounding out towards the later ends of this block. I see Up to Snuff sitting down again. He has only won so far from what I've seen, and he's been on stream almost every match, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a winner's finals.
They might even be playing a little bit more of this. Same game, indeed. Yeah,
that's good to see. You love to see this game. This game is super fun.
This game is mad hype.
And it's a crazy game because the early rounds go kind of slow.
Right.
Because
like this one is just a fist fight. There are no weapons.
Then the mid rounds starts to go really fast because they don't have good controls of the characters. And then by the end, the stages get so crazy that they go slow again because now they're just trying to avoid all the crazy mishaps going on the screen.
And then someone gets a real good weapon, like that grenade launcher that spawns snakes.
The grenade launcher seems like one of the best weapons. The sword
snake grenade launcher, I think, is my MVP weapon. I think that might be the best weapon.
The sword seems to just one-shot, though, so that's super scary.
That's good, too. Anything that shoots snakes seems pretty strong to me.
Yeah, usually that's good in any game.
It's true. Snake gun. Ooh. All right, they're into it. Are they going to get started? Yep, we got a fighting game for like 2 seconds. Wait, is that a shield? Is there a guard?
Well, no idea, but this is, that's an actual match. So there you go. Bang takes round 1.
It looks like it might be the same levels in the same order. Because this is what, this was the first level last time.
It does look like that's the case. Which is totally fine with me. The levels are quite interesting. Oh, and he recoils himself off the stage. Bang, unfortunately not realizing that was a shotgun. And the levels seem to just get crazier and crazier. Start off pretty straightforward.
Easy acquired. Counter gets enough hits.
You did the thing. That's exactly how I talk all the time. So, love this game already.
AK.
Here you go.
Aiming is pretty difficult just because it's tied to your movement.
It looks like it, yeah, because your characters are just going whatever way they want to for the most part. Another fist fight. Gun goes to Bang.
Look at that dive kick.
But Up to Snuff at this point, really showing his fighting game prowess.
But we've hit the box stages, and this is where things go off the rails. Snake launcher. Whoa, shoots it off the screen. Get out of here.
He's done a lot of damage already to Bang. And that looks a different snake launcher. That's just a straight up rocket launcher. And Up to Snuff taking this game easy right now, up 5-1, but we did see this last match.
Pistol. Who's going to get it?
All right, pistol goes to Up to Snuff, drops it, but gets it back up, and there's headshot, 6-1.
Up to Snuff is so far ahead right now.
And this stage,
grenade launcher.
Every bit of it.
Oh no, he hits himself with the grenade.
Up to Snuff just destroying him right now, like he's played this game a million times before.
So Bang gets a gun.
And he again beats a gun with his fist.
Up to Snuff looking so powerful right now. I would not want to meet this man's stick figure in a dark alley. Laser beam.
And that looks like it's always active, which is super scary.
Really good. Unstoppable.
And this is just horrible. Up to Snuff up 9-1.
The only time Up to Snuff is lost is when he killed himself.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Bang keeps getting these weapons, but then getting punched out anyway because he has no idea how to aim them.
That last one was so long, but this one's looking real quick. Here we go.
All right, yet again, another fist fight on the middle. A gun spawns. What's it going to be?
Up to Snuff gets it. Rapid fire.
Okay, and Bang stops the momentum. Finally, where's that crown for the first time?
But he's getting beat up. He just got comboed. This is Smash Bros.
Okay, and this is my favorite stage right here.
Here we go.
The good old stick standoff.
Look at Up to Snuff standing perfectly still.
Is Bang teabagging from full screen? Oh, and he's knocking off his own tower. Oh, no.
Up to Snuff in a bad position, but we've seen this before. The one-box
survival
strat.
The one box. Here's the thing about having one box is the leverage is better.
Right, it's not going to fall over. Back to the center.
Up to Snuff, just 3 more wins.
Sword being abandoned.
Bang needing 13.
This is looking real bad for Bang. Oh,
2 more wins. Up to Snuff feeling himself so hard in the top left corner. He looks excited.
We've gotten to the rotation
2
stages.
hits, 3 hits, 4 hits. It looks like 4 to 5 hits is what kills, and there's the 5th that does it.
One more.
Up to Snuff about
the 15-2. Is he going to get flung off, though? It's easy to just get hit and flung off, and it takes it back.
Up to Snuff, 1 punch, 2 punch, and that's it. Good job to Up to Snuff, taking it 15-2. One of the most dominant performances we've ever seen.
That was real one-sided. But that's mystery, right?
That is Mystery, and I think that won the pool right there.
Good stuff to them. Do we have... Yeah, we have more competitors sitting down. We're going right back into it. Oh, but that will be it for us. We're not going to be seeing that. So, once again, I'm Mini Matt.
I'm Donka.
And I have had a good time here with you today.
Appreciate it, man. Same here.
Don't leave me hanging on camera.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even see that. But you keep around. You will see more Mystery Game coming up here at Combo Breakers. Stick around. This is going to be going on until the wee hours of the night tomorrow. Stick with us.